Hi, I'm John.
And I'm Stacy.
And we're the Crawlies in Motion.
Good morning. Welcome to a morning in the life of the Crawlies. This morning we are going on a long bike ride, long being roughly 45 to 50 miles. So this morning we will fuel really well. Coffee, always coffee first. But before I have my coffee, I always drink about 10 to 12 ounces of a FemFusion tea, room temperature, and then about 10 to 12 ounces of water before I even have my coffee. Because overnight, as we rest and sleep, we're not able to drink. Hopefully you'll get a good night's sleep and not be up in the middle of the night. Unfortunately, last night that was not my case, but usually we become dehydrated overnight, so just getting some water and hydration back into our cells is going to be great for us. So before coffee, I have tea and water. He just has coffee, which is fine. But
when I remember to put a coffee pot in.
When he remembers to put a coffee pot in. So here we go. Also, I always like to go out first thing in the morning after I get up and grab my coffee and go out and just move around a little bit, walk, get some fresh air, and just kind of take some deep breaths in. Helps with your circadian rhythm. Since I just got back from Indiana and the time difference is 3 hours, it's supposed to help get your body back on track for that. So I will go outside here in just a few minutes and just move around a little bit.
Headed out to Pismo Beach, California to get on about a 45 to 50 mile bike ride. How you feel about that?
I'm excited. Let's do it. I feel like I fueled pretty well this morning, so we'll see how it worked. I had 99 grams of sourdough bread with just a tad bit of honey. Let's see what it gives me.
Okay, we'll check in when we get there. Get a start out this morning from Shell Beach. Beautiful out, about 66 degrees. Sunshine, light winds.
great ride today. 42.6 miles, and felt good all except for climbing the last hill, but I feel like my nutrition was spot on, and it's been a great day for a ride. Very pretty, very pretty. I feel like overall it was a really good ride. The weather made it so much better. It's pretty cool taking off at first because I only had my sleeveless jersey on, but I warmed up pretty quick. Little construction on the roads today. Had to stop 3 or 4 times for construction on the roads, but they're cleaning the bike lane, so we'll take the stop. And this is what a day in the life of the crawlers looks like. Find a good road to ride on, to run on, to hike on, trail. Sure it's time for we're usually really good about our nutrition, but I think humana cinnamon roll from West Coast Cinnamon Roll Place, which is a staple here in Pismo, so I think we may go get a cinnamon roll and split it. But protein first, gotta get our protein in, help refuel those muscles, and then add a little bit of carbohydrates. So I think the biggest takeaway and biggest piece of advice that we found over the years is that fueling is so important. It's not just about the exercise. Your body, you can do things. You can run, you can bike, you can hike, you can swim, you can do all of the things, no matter what exercise you're doing. But if you're not fueled, then you're not going to perform the way your body should. So nutrition is key. During, before, after, I feel like we have learned through trial and error that is absolutely critical, especially with the Ironmans that we used to do, and just kind of piggybacking off of that.
Yeah, today's workout was not what I would say necessarily a hard workout for me. It was like middle to low zone 2 was my average heart rate.
But what is your zone 2?
So, well, zone 2, I was like 111 today, 111 beats a minute. But with anybody, if you're in your zone 2, which everybody has to figure out their own zones, but if you're in your zone 2, that's pretty much a fat burning stage. So your body is burning more fat than it is nutrients out of your stomach and out of your muscles at that point. And that's kind of one of my goals anyway right now is fat burning. So today was a great ride for me nutrition wise. I didn't take as much nutrition as I do on days when I'm going to ride harder. So it allowed my body to then utilize the fat that I've already stored as energy instead of just what I'm putting in as calories and carbohydrates as I'm riding.
I feel like too today, even though I had great nutrition, since this was the longest bike ride I've done this year, and my stomach really struggled with handling it all. So again, it's trial and error. You just got to figure out what works for you. Today, my legs felt great until we came up the last hill, but I think that third going into the beginning of the second hour, I took in too many carbs at one time, and by saying that, I took papaya and dried pineapple and then Cliff Blocks as my fuel today, and I pre-proportioned it before we left. And I knew in that 1 hour that I needed to have roughly 50 grams of carbohydrate. So my papaya per serving was 23 grams, but I still just don't think that I think it was too much. I don't think my body was used to it and could be able to withstand exercising while you're taking that in, which is also another key component to fueling while you're doing your exercise. You got to figure out what works for you.
Yeah, and that's a moving target because it can be based on the amount of liquids you're taking. It can be based on the outdoor air temperature. It can be based on your effort level at the time. So, like I said, for me today was a fairly easy bike ride. It was not, easy by any means, but it was a zone 2 heart rate for me, comparative to a kind of aggressive walk for the average person probably. The length doesn't matter. It's as much as just getting into that heart rate zone, and then the length grows with time. The more fit you become, the more accustomed your body becomes to doing that exercise, the longer you will be able to go, whether it's walking or cycling or running or swimming or hiking or whatever you find is a good fitness fit for you. Getting on any kind of cardio machine at the gym, they all do basically the same thing. It's all a matter of getting your heart rate up and then sustaining that heart rate for a period of time. The trick is to getting into the right heart rate and then trying to see, grow that time frame to see how long you can continue to go.
And you have to remember, fueling is complementing your exercise workout. It's the reason your muscles can function is because you are giving them food, energy to use. I also was in a zone 2 today. My average heart rate was 119 overall, which I was very happy about that.
It's probably a high zone 2 for you, right?
Well, zone 2 is 120 to 128 beats per minute for me. So really it was actually probably low, very low zone 2, high zone 1. But that was what I was aiming for. It wasn't I wanted to go out and kill the hills, and it was just more of, let's see, because I didn't sleep well last night. I did fuel this morning, but I know I didn't sleep well, and my heart rate variability, which is the HRV that Garmin tells us about, was not my best HRV. It was only 50 overnight. So I didn't want to go out and kill myself because I wasn't sure what I was going to be able to do, and I also didn't want to get stuck in 30 miles in and not have anything left to give. So I kind of just not played it easy, but I mean, I kind of probably didn't push it the way I normally would have.
Right.
So overall, though, great ride. I was very happy with it. Still need to dial in my nutrition. It's always a work in progress. So
keeping in mind, nutrition is not just while you're exercising, but the whole day. So the nutrition leading up to the exercise, the nutrition during, the nutrition directly after, and then the nutrition throughout the day, the rest of your day. We'll go into more of that. We're going to do one whole video just on how to like set up your nutrition for a day, you know, with activity, and then also for a day without activity. And again, the activity is kind of irrelevant. It doesn't matter if you're just planning on going on a 1 mile walk, half-mile walk, whatever it's going to be. The key is to be able to sustain that and do it day after day after day. That's how you stay in motion. And so that's kind of what we're going to talk about with the nutrition video that we're going to do, is how to prepare and then make it sustainable for hopefully the rest of your life.
thank you for joining us today.
Yep. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below and we'll try to get back with you. Thanks a lot.
Have a great day.